Alrighty then, my royal chums, it is I, Daniel. You may call me the pop culture dude, and you know why I'm here. You know why you're here. We're definitely here for more Sonic Movie 2 news. And what's very interesting from one of my last videos where I decided to discuss about that they're not going to use LadySmith, which was the original town setting for the town of Green Hills in the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie, until we get to see on-set photos of constructions of some new set pieces in a new town setting at Fort Langley. And I was assuming that it probably might be related to Emerald Hill, because, you know, why did they make a live-action towns version of Emerald Hill? But it turns out I was wrong. It was definitely, like, set to be a brand new setting in a brand new town that is definitely going to be considered to be called Green Hills. And if you don't believe me, let's take a look at these photos, shall we? Green Hills to return as Fort Langley prepares for upcoming Sonic movie sequel filming. More photos of Sonic movie sequel production underway in Fort Langley came to light. As the neighborhood of Fort Langley, British Columbia prepares for the filming of the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog movie sequel, new images may have indicated that it will be a stand-in for the titular character's hero town, Green Hills, Montana. Little town with a big heart. It recently came to the light that the Sonic crew will not be returning to LadySmith for the sequel, which played an important role establishing Sonic's presence on Earth. And now, thanks to the photos taken by onlookers, it has been suggested that the village community of 3,400 residents is going to be used as a stand-in for the fictional Montana town. In the first film, the fictional town of Green Hills, also known as the Little Town with a Big Heart, hosts the residents of Tom and Maddie Wachowski. The town was also where Sonic spent hidden for 10 years. I mean, literally, the first movie literally shows by saying Green Hills, Montana, 10 years later, and it definitely shows the sign, Little Town with a Big Heart, which is definitely the slogan of the sign of the Green Hills small town, and we definitely will get to see a new iteration of that on these on-set photos, which I will show to you right now. A photo of a building located at Glover Road with Mavis Avenue was taken by Jordan Savage. It showcases various banners with the Green Hills name. He's definitely not kidding about that, because we literally see one of the banners that says Green Hills, Little Town with a Big Heart. See, I told you that slogan's going to be important, and the feature that has a new sign, a new look on the town. It definitely looks a lot more taller in the buildings in comparison to the first movie, but that's not the only photo. There's definitely another one. I can show you guys to that real quick. Especially from the user, Jordan Savage, who eventually is the one who's responsible for taking the photos. He eventually replies, I live on the next street over. We'll grab a video of the set when I drive through it tonight. The other picture I grab. So he definitely shows another screenshot photo of we actually see the exact same banner, Green Hills, Little Town with a Big Heart. And we definitely see like the paintings of the town definitely sees like very saloonish, like in a western town. And I definitely see like a mini veterinarian. And I'm like, okay, so we're definitely going to get like new buildings and new settings for Green Hills. So I think that's pretty cool. But now that they're actually going to use this new setting for Green Hills, I'm assuming like, this is where we're going to see more of Sonic's life, since he's definitely going to be more open to the public, since he's considered to be a hero, like as a small town hero to the protector of Green Hills after the fight with Robotnik in the first movie. And technically, since he is home with Tom and Maddie, I definitely want to see like what would Sonic's life would be like. Like technically, like what would it be like if he actually gets to play with the kids playing baseball? How does Sonic and Crazy Carl get along, since they are eventually cool with each other? But the last most important question is, how would Tails eventually meet Sonic there in the small town of Green Hills? And speaking of Tails, let's get to this suspicious information that I've discovered. I find this source on this Twitter user named Kitsui, who posts, another new Sonic Movie 2 location at Port Coquitlam reveal. The street that the filming crew will be filming is called Shaughnessy Street. And then this one user eventually posts, Sonic 2 filming around Shaughnessy and Port Coquitlam, eyes emojis posted. And we get to see the super tall building that is named after Colleen O'Shaughnessy, the voice of Tails in the first movie, who eventually posts, well, that's gotta be some kind of sign, right? I know, it's pretty ironic that they actually have a street named after her own last name. And speaking of Tails and Colleen O'Shaughnessy, I know there's a bunch of fans that are asking, will Colleen O'Shaughnessy will reprise her role as Tails? And the answer is unclear. I don't know. She doesn't know either. Like, she would love to reprise the role as Tails, like, don't get me wrong, but it's not unclear that they eventually, like, would confirm that she's gonna voice Tails. I mean, it's up to Paramount Pictures, but also to the crew members if they want to cast her as Tails, or else they want to cast, like, a celebrity, whatever. It's kind of like the same thing with Knuckles the Echidna, like Jason Momoa is considered to voice Knuckles, which I dig the casting. I think that's pretty good. But honestly, there's no confirmations of who's going to voice Tails or who's going to voice Knuckles. Like, they're in the movie, but we just don't know who's going to voice them yet, so the answer's just left unclear at this point. So overall, I'm pretty much satisfied that we actually get ourselves an update for what they're going to do in Fort Langley, which is basically a new setting for the Green Hills town, and I'm definitely interested for what's left to come. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll stay tuned for more Sonic Movie 2 videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye then.